What's up, y'all? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, bringing you guys with another NASCAR Diecast review, sponsored by our good friends at Circle B Diecast. Use the promo code OBBYT to get that free shipping on orders $20 and above, and it also works on the 2022 pre-orders as well. So, but don't worry, you guys won't be charged until those cars get shipped out, or they make, the MOQ list, which is the minimum order quantity they can get for the diecast for being produced. But it's all at Circle B Diecast or Lionel Racing. But today it is going to be on a fantastic diecast, and actually one of the newest releases that just came out, and I am really excited to review this thing. I saw the 124 of it at Daytona. I'm like, man, can't wait for the 164. Or what do you know, the 164 came out just in time as soon as I came back from Daytona. It is on Bubba Wallace's 2021 Columbia Toyota Camry for Joe Gibbs, not Joe Gibbs Racing, but it is a 2311 Racing. Yeah, there you go, Brian. You almost got yourself. I mean, could you imagine Bubba Wallace actually went with Joe Gibbs Racing? Well, if you think about it, I mean, 2311 is basically Joe Gibbs. But yeah, kind of caught myself in a nice little pickle right there. Heck, we're not even past the intro, and you already got to screw up. So you already know that this is going to be an entertaining review. But man, maybe I screwed up because I'm just so excited to review this car, because this is actually one of the paint schemes that I was really looking forward to. I don't know, man. There's just something about this car that I think this could be maybe my new favorite Bubba Wallace car. But without further ado, let's go and kick off the unboxing and the official diecast review of Bubba Wallace's 2021 Columbia car. And alrighty, guys, we got this diecast out of its box, and let me tell you what, man, this is probably, as I said in the introduction, this is probably by far my favorite Bubba Wallace car in all the other Bubba Wallace cars that we got, just because of that camouflage. The blue and the camouflage, I mean, I didn't think that, this bright blue, it's like a very, very, very vibrant, like, I don't know, not like a day glow blue, but it's very bright. It really will catch your eye. And speaking of catching eyes, oh my god, this thing has this thing's a hot rod. Look at this son bitch right here. This thing has a working suspension. Oh my god. How did they do that right there? There's not even any springs or anything like that. How they do that? I'll tell you what. Magic. That's how this is. The power of Lionel Racing and their magical skills. Well, not really magical with the quality control. And but let me tell you what, man. This is such a cool looking diecast, guys. I really did not think I was going to think that this car was going to look that good in diecast form. I mean, the renders showed it looking decent, but speaking of not looking decent, there's a paint chip right underneath the Toyota logo. Oh, gee whiz, nice job, Lionel. How am I not surprised? Heck, I could say $5 quality, but I paid almost $10 for this, so definitely not $10 quality. Let's just say that. But goodness gracious, man, this is such a cool paint scheme, guys. It kind of almost looks like it has the same layout as like some of the other Bubba Wallace cars I've noticed, like the DoorDash scheme. Kind of has that same simple paint scheme layouts. So, if you're a big fan of the DoorDash scheme, I think you'll like this one, because it kind of has, it's not the exact same layout, but it is quite similar. But the only thing that's bad about this, bright blue car is that you can see the paint chips a lot more visible. And look at this, man. There is a lot of paint chips. Look right where the C is. I'm going to get a closer view at this, guys. Look at this quality control we got right here from Lionel. I mean, but this camouflage looks really cool, guys. You can see it's kind of a little pixelated too, but kind of looks like this car has like a fabric texture, if you know what I mean, like where the camo is. I mean, if you put this thing to the light, it kind of looks like it's fabric, because, Columbia is, a clothing company. So they, I don't know, I just like the illusion right there. It's not like a basic camo. It's like a camo that looks like it has texture. Like, if you were able to feel this, it kind of gives the illusion that this thing looks like, a camo fabric. And that's pretty cool, guys. But I love the blue on this, man. The blue really pops. I'm not really a big fan of McDonald's and Dr. Pepper getting pretty squished. I wish they were more spaced out. But I love how the blue, I love how the paint scheme kind of works well with the contingencies, too. I mean, you see where, all the spaces, that's where you can put the contingencies. That is really cool. I mean, whoever designed this car, they definitely know how to create good paint scheme. They really know how to place their logos very well. Can't say that about Lionel, because look, we got ourselves another paint chip right there where the toe is. Toe for Toyota. If you color that up, it's just Yoda. Use the force, Luke. But we got another paint chip right there. God, this thing is just littered with paint chips. Why you gotta do this to me, Lionel? Why? And you see with this tiny ass spoiler, they were able to actually paint that blue, so it actually looks pretty nice. And we got some more paint chips and not really good decal placing right there. And I believe it looks like that's just part of the mold right there. Goodness gracious, man. But with enough of me talking about, the freaking quality control issues, because we already know that that's, still going to be a thing. Oh, look at that B-post. Yeah, Bubba Wallace only drove this car once. I mean, let me rephrase this. He only drove this paint scheme once because Columbia got very creative with their paint schemes. Like, they sponsored him for 3 races. This car I'm showing you guys is based off his first race that he drove for Columbia. And is that a smudge mark on the 23? Goodness gracious, Lionel, I cannot have good things. Why do you gotta do this to me, man? I love this car. Damn it. But, man, there goes the PG rating run. But Yeah, he didn't really run too well in any of the Columbia cars, but this is based off the car that he drove at Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken. This is supposed to be the Columbia Sportswear car. So yeah, I mean, let me tell you what, man. I mean, I do remember Columbia. That was like a big brand that we had. I mean, it still kind of is a pretty well known mainstream brand, but I'm talking about like and you know, I was born in 1995, but you know, I remember like in the 90s and 2000s. I sound freaking old now. Like everyone was wearing those Columbia coat jackets, wherever it is. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that has a Columbia brand on it. So it's a pretty well known brand, guys. I mean, come on, I can't be the only one that just, I don't know, thinks of that, because I remember my dad was rocking some of those, you know, in the military, and then I was too at school. So it's pretty cool seeing a clothing company like Columbia coming on board. And I don't know if they did a partnership with Bubba Wallace to actually get some of his to get some I don't know, some exclusive clothing line, I guess. Probably does. I mean, I know he has a clothing line with McDonald's now, which is, I never thought I would see that, McDonald's in the clothing line. But oh no, there's a paint chip where the R is. Why do you gotta do this to Goodyear? Well, anyways, they are a pretty shitty you know, tire company. I mean, you just look all the tire bullets, or look all the tire issues we've had this year with the next gen, with the current gen. But I think the main reason why I think you guys should get this car is that the camouflage. I think, yeah, not too many people don't realize like how cool. I mean, if you guys don't like camouflage, that's cool and all, but just, dude, I mean, don't tell me that this thing does not catch your eye. And comment below which Bubba Wallace car has been your favorites. But I definitely do think this one is going to be catching a lot of eyes. And it's a shame he only drove this car once, guys. I hope he kind of brings the scheme back, or, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing this car again in the next gen. But the other two times he drove a Columbia car, he drove that very ugly Columbia PFG car that he drove at, what was it? It kind of looks like, I don't know, man. That car didn't look too good. I didn't like the colors on that, and I guess Columbia also sponsored Eric Jones as well, with the same thing. Columbia, the Columbia PFG car, it had something to do with fishing, I think. But that just, I don't know. That thing looked like a salmon on an acid trip. It just looked like an actual salmon, like going in an acid trip. It just didn't look good. And then the other one was actually the gold and black one, which I'm surprised that got canceled too. That he drove at Texas. What was it? They actually had the show car of that car when I was at Daytona. I was like, that's pretty cool. I wish they made a diecast of that, but maybe we can get it for the next gen. But let me tell you what, man, for just a one-off scheme, I think this is just a car I would not sleep on, guys. I will probably get it. I don't know if it's going to sell out. But, you know, if you have all the other cars to go along with your collection of Bubba Wallace, I think this is another great addition to go along. The DoorDash and McDonald's and Dr. Pepper cars have all been good. And if you guys are ready for some more Bubba Wallace reviews, guess what? I do have this Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar car that we'll be reviewing very soon. So if you guys are just now new to this channel, I got another Bubba Wallace car on the way for y'all. But, yeah, I mean, I apologize that this review is going to be a little more shorter than usual, but I don't have a car to compare this to because this is a new sponsor in NASCAR. But I hope you guys enjoyed this diecast reviews. I'm trying to get the right camera angle. Goodness gracious, Brian. Focus on that Columbia. But this is going to wrap up the diecast review of Bubba Wallace's 2021 Columbia Sportswear Toyota Camry I almost said it again. Goodness gracious, Brian. Those damn Toyotas are absolutely throwing me off. For 2311 Racing, Michael Jordan and Denny Hamlin are going to kick my ass. I know that. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this diecast review, as, you know, that was, you know, hey, story of my life right there. And this has been OBB. See you guys next time on another fantastic diecast review.